This is a video helping all my math students get started with their QVS course. So whether you're taking Advanced Math 2, Advanced Math 1, Math Applications, or Algebra, I'm going to show you how the course page works today and make sure that you feel comfortable getting started. So right now we're on the QVS dashboard. This is where you go when you first log in. If you'd like to change your picture, which would be super helpful for me, you can click up here on this little arrow and go to profile, and you can change your profile picture, which is nice. Be helpful to be a picture of you so that I can help get to know you. So I'm going to use the Advanced Math 2 course, but if you're taking Math Applications, you'll see Math Applications on your dashboard. If you're taking Algebra, you'll see Algebra on your dashboard. If you're taking Advanced Math 1, you'll see Advanced Math 1 on your dashboard, and it should all say 21, 22. So you'll click on the course, and it'll go to your course page. A couple things you'll notice right away. That's me. You'll see my contact information on the side. You can also always click right here to see what time it is in Hungary. I'm Greenwich Mean Time +2 in Central Europe. You'll also see for the first half of your year, there's a course plan. Like I said, this is Advanced Math 2, but your course page will look much the same if you're in Advanced Math 1 Algebra or Math Applications. Gives you the major dates. So when you're trying to finish units, gives time if I'm going to be on Teams. I'm always available to schedule individual talks, but I'm trying to do more optional group discussions if you can make it, if it works with your schedule. You'll also notice this year, if you've taken QVS courses before, one thing that's very new is idea of a D deadline. We are trying to encourage students not to fall behind. Some students are very good at staying on schedule, and some students fall behind. So many of you know that QSI has a D. It stands for deficient in effort. And so we're defining deficient in effort if you're a whole unit behind. So by the time Unit 2 should finish, if you still haven't finished Unit 1, then there'll be a D put on your status report until you finish Unit 1. Like I said, I hope you're not falling that behind, but you can kind of see that those dates are right there. As we start to go down, you can click on the course syllabus. You can also click on your textbook page. For students in Math Applications and Advanced Math 2, you have to get an access code from your school. For students in Algebra and Advanced Math 1, I'll give you login information for your online textbook. You can also use a physical textbook from your school. Either is okay. And as we keep, if we look on the right side of the page, you'll notice I put some sample concept maps, and then I also shared some work from last year, and I'll post your work. If you look back on this side, you'll see that these are tabs, so when you click on them, they open and close. You will only see your first unit. You can see the other units. I'll turn them on as you need them. So under the first unit, you'll see everybody has a unit planner is the first thing under each when the unit starts. And on this unit planner are the TSWs, right? So here's what the paragraph of what you're going to be learning. There's the TSWs with the lesson numbers marked. We keep going down. There's a calendar of assignments. And I'll show you, this is also on the course page, so I'll show you this comes up more than once, but if you want to see what a whole unit looks like in terms of pacing, that's there. And then I highly suggest you read through the grading rubric to kind of get an idea of what's a B on this unit and what's an A on this unit. So that's the unit planner, and it always is underneath, this is the first week of Unit 1, and that document's there. Then you'll find that I put a concept map, sometimes made by other students, sometimes made by myself. Shows you the main ideas of everything that's going to be learned in that unit. Then you'll see for the week, I have put the days of the week and what you need to get done. So when it says course introduction lesson up here, you'll see that that course introduction lesson is there. It says pre-test, pre-assessment. Sorry, not always perfect on the labeling them the same, but should follow. Unit 1 introduction, introduction to Unit 1, 1-1, 1-1, just standing for Unit 1, Lesson 1. You'll also notice that there's numbers, and these are how many points you're getting the lesson. I'll show you a lesson in just a second. So most things are packaged in these are called SCORMs, or these little packages. So when you click on this, it's going to bring you here, and there's a little bit of directions, tells you how many points, again, these match, how many points you need to open it. You want to click enter. Now notice that mine automatically popped up in a new tab. If you see that the SCORM package has been launched in a pop-up and you don't see it in a new tab, then you need to arrow down because it's probably behind here. It probably opened up in a whole new browser page. So if it says this, it's open someplace. If it won't open, it's because you haven't allowed pop-ups. So you need to go up here to the lock, all right, and you need to go to site settings, and then when you click on site settings, you can say allow pop-ups and redirects, and then it'll be there. So now I'm on this lesson. If I want to have a bigger window, I can arrow that down to have a bigger window. All right, so obviously this one is a lot of text, right? But you're reading it. I just want to show you a question. So I would like to get to a question in here. So we come to a question and I'm not even reading it, but I answer. I didn't get it right. I didn't get a point. I need to get it right. So, yes, it's true. I check answer. I got the point. You need to make sure that you get all 5 points as you go through page and page. The last important thing on a lesson here is the last page. You need to make sure to type your name and click email. That sends me what you did. It's going to say your score has been sent, so you can say go back. And then you need to click on finish. So you got to do both of those things. Session completed. Okay. Now you heard that ding because that came into my email. It tells me who did it, right? Tells me how many points they got, percentage correct, and tells me how long they went. If there was essay answers in there, it would also tell me the essay answers that were answered so that I could see your thinking. And this is something that's super important for me because like you could just guess on the questions, and there's lots of questions where you can guess. So when you have to write in answers, it really helps me see what you're thinking. And if I see that you're thinking something incorrect, then I'll just come right over here to Teams. You can see this is one of my summer school students, and these are all the things that we've chatted about. So, you know, there's lots of things, lots of times I'm going back and forth and chatting. So I hope you'll feel really comfortable with us exchanging ideas and sharing things. And one of the first ways that starts is by you typing in answers. Another thing you'll see on the course page are these little discussion windows. And I'm going to put an extra video on here on how to upload videos in your discussions. But this is also a way for us to share ideas and also for your classmates to share ideas. So in this 1 week, everything was listed up here, and then everything is here. And when you finish the end of the week, what you're going to get is a badge. And I'm going to show you what those badges look like. So when you finish a week's worth of work, you're going to see a badge, and it's either going to tell you a unit was completed or it's going to tell you a week was completed. So when you complete week 1, you're going to get a badge that says, hey, you're done with week 1, and that's going to help you know you're finished. When you finish a unit, you're going to get a badge that says you're finished with a unit, so you know you're done with that unit. So, and that'll kind of help you pace yourself, right? Like, all right, I know that some of you have block schedules. So let's say you know you only have class on Tuesday and Thursday. So you're going to try to do, you know, work. Let's say you do Monday, Tuesday, and part of Wednesday on Tuesday. And then on Thursday, you do the rest of Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Or maybe you even have class on Friday. I really recommend that whatever you don't get done by Friday, that get it done over the weekend. And you know, I'm up to date. I've done a week's worth of work. Okay, so you can see each week. When you get down here to the very end, the last thing for any unit is your unit grade, and that's where I'll share with you your grading rubric, and I'll tell you whether you have an A, a B, or a P. Last very useful thing on this page is the gradebook. So when you have a gradebook here, you click on these 3 stripes. You see how that opens and closes that, and then you can click on grades, and this will take each individual student to a vertical page where that's orientated vertically, and you'll see what you got on each thing, and if I put any comments in there, and so forth. All right, there's one last thing I need to talk about, and that is the use of IXL. So I want to go back to here, you will see every math class I use one external website for you, and when you'll see the assignment here where it says optional. Sometimes it's optional, most of the time it's not, and it says IXL and lists the skills. If you click on that, it's going to tell you what to do. So what is IXL? I will give you a username and password for IXL. You do not need to buy anything. The QVS provides it for you. And it is a website that has math skills on it. And you can see these math skills are listed by grade. So if you're in algebra, that's 9th grade. If you're taking geometry with a different teacher, it's 10th grade. 11th grade is Advanced Math 1, and 12th grade is Advanced Math 2. The math applications, I use a mixture of skills when you need it. So if we were looking at Advanced Math 2, I would click on 11th grade. And then you see there's letters and numbers. So if we go back to the course page, oops, wrong one, I have many tabs up, A1 through A3. So I would go to this. You would make sure that you sign in. If you don't sign in, it doesn't keep track of anything. So make sure you sign yourself in. And then, so this is if I was in Advanced Math 1 is Algebra 2, and I would go to that skill. And why I really like this is that, let's say I get the wrong answer. All right, it gives you an explanation. So this is the explanation, and when you get the right answer, your SMART score goes up. So what are you reporting back to me? Well, when you, oops, sorry, clicked on the wrong thing here. So after I do this skill, on this main page, if I've done A1 and I have a SMART score, there will be a number right here at the end. There'll be a number in brackets. And so you can just take a screenshot of your skills, and when you do the assignment, you won't have view submissions, you'll have add a submission. You add the submission and you send me that screenshot and I can see what you're getting. Just as a little thing, some people really want to have 100, and that's fine. I'm mostly using this as a time for you to judge how much practice you need. If you're making a lot of mistakes, then get at least over a 70. If you're still feeling confused, you can keep going. But lots of people tell me that between 90 and 100 is incredibly annoying, and so they don't want to try to get up there, and I'm okay with that. All right, I don't. And a lot of times I might, like here, there's, A1 through A3 and A10, that's 4 skills. That should be okay for a class period. If you're taking a long time on IXL, write me. I don't want you having hours of homework. So that takes us through the IXL skills, and I think that's good to get you going. Please don't be afraid to write me questions. All right, as soon as you're confused about something, write it to me. If you're on a lesson, I guess I can do one more little thing here. Let's say that you're working on lesson 1-1, and let's say you're on page 8 and you can't solve these. What can you do? Well, just take a screenshot of the questions, right? And then go over to Teams, drag it into my chat box, and say, I'm working on these. Tell me something you're thinking about. Tell me what you're trying. Maybe take a picture of your work and show it to me. I have an iPad and a pencil, and what I'm able to do is if you send me your work, I can take your work, put it on my iPad, write right over top of it. Here, I can even show you what that might look like. Well, I don't have those up right now. But I can write right over it, and then I can help you solve the problem. So I'm here to help you. Please send lots of questions, and I hope you feel like you can get started on the course page.